Hello everyone. So today is the last lecture of internal reconstruction, question number 23. Recent most question asked in the exams, December 2019. All of you must be able to try the question on your own. Nothing extraordinary in the question. It's a simple question only. So if you wish, you may pause the video and try the entire solution on your own. And then you can play the video and verify whether you got it correct or not. The directors of Abhishek Limited decided to reconstruct, okay, clearly given, reconstruct the company due to adverse trading conditions. Reconstruction, if the new name is not given, then it is internal reconstruction. No new name of any company is given, so it is a question on internal reconstruction. The balance sheet of the company as on 31st March 2019 was as follows. 70,000 equity shares of rupees 5 each, 3,50,000. Equity shares numbers are also given. 30,000, 8% preference shares of rupees 5 each, 1,50,000. Here also 30,000 preference shares quantity is already given. Profit and loss account, debit balance clearly given, and it's given in reserves in negative amount. If you remember, I've told you this in the initial lectures itself. Either profit and loss account will be given on the asset side, or it will be given in liability side in reserves and surplus as a negative amount. So debit balance and negative amount on the liability side means it's a loss. 9% debentures of 100 each, 75,000. So 75,000 divided by 100. 759% debentures are there. Interest outstanding on debentures 20,250. Creditors 65,000 and bank overdraft 78,000. Asset side, freehold property, plant and machinery, goodwill, trade investment at cost, stock, debtors, cash in hand, and preliminary expenses not written off. Note, the preference dividend are in arrears for 5 years, that is contingent liability. Okay, preference dividend in arrears as a footnote is contingent liability. The scheme of, now here it is clearly given, the scheme of internal reconstruction was duly approved by the court and was implemented as follows. Adjustments, we'll read it when we solve it. Directly, main question what is asked. You are required to pass journal entries only, that's it, in the company's books. Neither you are asked to make capital reduction account nor balance sheet. However, you all must make capital reduction account, otherwise we will not be able to find what is the balancing figure to be transferred to capital reserve. So all of you make a format, capital reduction account to make in all the questions whether asked or not. And since here in the last adjustment settle bank overdraft is given, so I have made cash in bank account also. But that I have told you earlier also in questions when we have made it. If you don't make it in the beginning, it's okay. When you come to the last adjustment, at that point of time also if you make cash or bank account, it's okay. So here in this question, however, all of you make 2 pages format of journal entry, 10 to 12 lines capital reduction account, and 8 to 10 lines cash and bank account format. Pause the video and make the formats fast. I repeat, 2 pages journal entry, capital reduction account 10 to 12 lines, cash and bank account 10 to 12 lines. Make the formats fast. Pause the video and make the formats. I hope everyone would have done the formats by now. Look at the question, everyone be attentive. First, the preference shares were reduced to rupees 3.75 each fully paid up, that is the new face value. Okay, 3.75 each fully paid up means it is a new face value. And equity shares were reduced to, not by 2, rupees 1 each fully paid up, that is again the new face value of equity shares. And after reduction, the shares were consolidated into rupees 1 per share. Maybe you all would have forgotten consolidation and subdivision we discussed in the first lecture in alteration of share capital. Okay, one by one we'll pass the entry. In preference shares, they are reduced to 3.75 each old face value of preference shares is 5 rupees. From that, they are reduced to 3.75, means remaining what they are sacrificing is rupees 1.25, that will be transferred to capital reduction. So for that, the entry will be, first we pass for preference shares, 8% preference share capital, 8% preference share capital, okay, 8% preference share capital with old face value, that is rupees 5. Okay, old face value is 5 rupees. So rupees 5 account debit. Now amount, how many preference shares are there in the balance sheet? You all can see 30,000 and old face value is 5. So 30,000 into 5, that is 1,50,000. To 8% preference share capital with new face value, that is rupees 3.75 account. Now 3.75, so 30,000 into 3.75. Okay, 30,000 into 390 plus 25, 1,15,000. All of you do it in calculator. And to capital reduction account, whatever amount they sacrifice will be transferred to capital reduction. 1.25 they are sacrificing. So 30,000 into 1.25. Okay, 30,000 plus 7,500. 37,500 is it? No. 30,000 into 3.75 comes to 1,12,500, not 1,15,000. And 30,000 into 1.25 is 37,500. Okay, being preference shares reduced from rupees 5 to rupees 3.75 each. Now two capital reduction accounts. So in capital reduction we'll record on credit side by 8% preference share capital account. Okay, by 8% preference share capital account, an amount 1 lakh, sacrifice amount transfer to capital reduction, that is 37,500. Okay, 37,500. Now second part, equity shares are reduced to rupees 1 each. Equity shares also old face value is rupees 5 and now new face value they are reduced to rupees 1, means rupees 4 they are sacrificing, that will be transferred to capital reduction. And how many equity shares are there? 70,000 equity shares are there. So similar entry for equity shares, here also they are changing the face value. So equity share capital with old face value rupees 5 account debit. Now 70,000 shares are there. So 70,000 into 5, 3,50,000. To equity share capital with new face value. So to equity share capital with new face value, that is rupees 1 account, an amount 70,000 shares into rupees 1, that is 70,000, and 4 rupees what they are sacrificing will be transferred to capital reduction account. So to capital reduction account with 4 rupees 70,000 into 4, 2,80,000 being equity shares of rupees 5 each reduced to rupees 1 each. Now, two capital reduction accounts. So in capital reduction on credit side, opposite account by equity share capital account. Okay, by equity share capital account, an amount transferred to capital reduction, that is 2,80,000. Now, third part of the first adjustment, they state after reduction the shares were consolidated to rupees 1 per share. Now in consolidation, I told you, simply shortcut I told you in consolidation and subdivision, old face value debit, new face value credit. Now in preference shares, we have reduced them to 3.75. So now from 3.75 we are consolidating them to 1 rupees. But in equity shares, they are already rupees 1, so no consolidation is required. They are already of rupees 1. I repeat, this consolidation is required only in case of preference shares. Why? Because their new face value is rupees 3.75. But this consolidation is not required in case of equity share. Why? Because they are already of rupees 1. Okay, we have already reduced them to rupees 1. So only preference shares we will consolidate them to rupees 1. Now the preference shares value is 3.75. So 8% preference share capital with the old face value. Now the old face value means the reduced one, 3.75 account debit. Okay, so 1,12,500, 30,000 into 3.75. Okay, 30,000 into 3.75, 1,12,500. Now they will be reduced to rupees 1 each, consolidated to rupees 1 each in fact. So simply to 8% preference share capital with rupees 1 account. That is the new face value. Okay, two preference share capital with new face value rupees 1 account, but amount will remain same, 1,12,500. Consolidating means face value goes down from 3.75 to 1, but the number of shares will increase. So that's why it is called consolidation. How will they increase? 1,12,500 divided by 1. So 1,12,500 into 1. Okay, 1 rupees means 1,12,500 into 1 rupees preference shares. You can see it in the beginning. First lecture we had done in alteration of share capital. Okay, in that situation we had done this. If there is consolidation or subdivision, share capital with old face value debit, new face value credit, and amount will remain same. So that is what we have done here. Now the old face value means the reduced one, 3.75, new face value 1, amount will remain same, 1,12,500, being 30,000 preference shares of rupees 3.75 consolidated to 1,12,500 preference shares of rupees 1 each. Here balance sheet is not asked, but if balance sheet was asked, then in the balance sheet we would not have written 30,000 preference shares of 3.75 each. After consolidation, now then balance sheet we would have written 1,12,000 preference shares of rupees 1 each. So these all three entries are of first adjustment only. Third entry will have no effect in capital reduction. Now look at the second adjustment. one new equity share of rupees 10 was issued for every rupees 30 of gross preference dividend in arrears. Now, first of all, let us find the preference dividend amount. Okay, I'm doing working for this preference dividend. All of you must doing the workings for it. What is the amount of preference dividend in arrears? Preference dividend in arrears. Now, how much are preference dividend in arrears? You all can see 1,50,000 of preference share capital is there, 8% is the rate of dividend, and for 5 years they are in arrears. So 1,50,000 into 8% into 5 years. So 60,000, 1,50,000 into 8% is 12,000 into 5 years is 60,000. 60,000 of preference dividend are in arrears. Now you make this equation as we used to do in amalgamation chapter. For every 30 rupees, one equity share is given of 10 rupees. Okay. For every rupees 30 of dividend, for every rupees 30 of dividend, one equity share is given against that. So for 60,000 rupees, how many equity shares will be given? 60,000 into 1 upon 30. Okay, that is 2,000 equity shares will be given. And they are of rupees 10 each. Okay, so though the face value of other equity shares is reduced to 1, but these preference shares what are issued are of rupees 10 each. So 2,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each will be issued, means we are going to settle how much? 20,000 rupees. In value terms, it will be 20,000 rupees. Against 60,000, we pay them only 20,000 in the form of 2,000 equity shares of 10 each. Remaining amount they sacrifice. We have done it earlier also in case of preference dividend. Whatever they sacrifice, for that no entry is to be passed. Whatever amount is paid, only for that the entry will be passed. We are giving them 20,000 in the form of equity shares, so only for 20,000 the entry will be passed. I explain the entire workings once again, listen carefully. First of all, 1,50,000 preference share capital is there. 8% is the rate of dividend. For 5 years it is in arrears, outstanding. So 1,50,000 into 8% into 5 years, 60,000 amount is outstanding. Now what is given in the adjustment is one new equity share of rupees 10 each was issued for every rupees 30 of gross preference dividend in arrears. For every rupees 30, okay, one equity share is given. So if 60,000 of preference dividend is in arrears, how many equity shares would be given? 60,000 into 1 upon 30, 2,000 equity shares. And they are of rupees 10 each which are given. So 20,000 would be the value. Two entries we have to pass for preference dividend. First, we have to create the liability. So capital reduction account debit. Okay, capital reduction account debit to preference dividend account. First, we will create the liability. So capital reduction account debit to preference dividend account as per working note 1. What liability we have to create? 20,000. Only the amount what we are paying. Okay, sacrificing remaining 40,000, no entry for that. We are giving them equity shares of value 20,000, means we are settling only for 20,000. Being preference dividend payable. Being preference dividend payable. Okay. Capital reduction account is debited to utilize it, and preference dividend is payable, credit the payable to preference dividend account. Capital reduction account on debit side to preference dividend account. Okay, to preference dividend account 20,000. Now for the payment we have given equity shares against that. So preference dividend account debit, preference dividend account debit 20,000 to equity share capital account. Okay, to equity share capital account, we are giving them 2000 equity shares of rupees 10 each against that. So 20,000 being 2000 equity shares of rupees 10 each issued against preference dividend. Okay, issued against preference dividend. Now, third adjustment, the debenture holders took over the freehold property and realized rupees 1,50,000. They paid the balance to the company after deducting the amount due to them. Now, very first of all, if you all remember, I have told you this earlier also in case of debentures. Whatever are the debentures you close and debit, and they paid the balance after deducting the amount due to them. Due to them will be including interest. So debentures account you reverse and debit, interest account you reverse and debit, freehold property account you reverse and credit, and two more things will come. Whatever is the difference in freehold's property value, that we will record to capital reduction account, and whatever balance amount they are paying to the company will be debited to cash or bank account. I have told you this earlier and we have written this as a note also. If you see in the summary, I have made you write it as a note. Close debentures account, so you'll reverse and debit that. Outstanding interest account, you'll reverse and debit that. Asset account, so freehold property, you'll reverse and credit. Cash received will be debited, whatever balance amount they are paying to the company will be debited to cash and bank account. And profit will be credited to capital reduction account. And in case if there is a loss, it will be debited to capital reduction. So following the same note will follow here. See, what is freehold's property value? 2,50,000. You all can see here, freehold property is of 2,50,000, but it realized only 1,50,000. So loss of 1 lakh rupees against 250 realized only 1 lakh. Loss of 1 lakh you will debit because it's a loss. You will debit it to capital reduction account. Now, what is the amount due to debenture holders? 75,000 plus 20,250. Total amount due is 95,250. And they realized 1,50,000 rupees from selling of freehold property. So 1,50,000 minus, they will recover 95,250 what is due to them. Okay, 75,000 plus 20,250, 95,250 is due to them. So remaining amount 1,50,000 minus 95,250. What amount of cash they will pay to the company? 54,750 of cash they will pay to the company. Okay, we will receive from debenture holders. I repeat, freehold property is 2,50,000. Now it realized 1,50,000. So loss of 1 lakh rupees we will debit to capital reduction account. What amount is due to debenture holders? 75,000 plus 20,250, 95,250. They realized 1,50,000. So 1,50,000 minus 95,250, 54,750 cash we will receive from them. Now we follow that note. First we close 9% debentures of 75,000 and debit that. So 9% debentures account debit with 75,000. Okay, 9% debentures account we close and debit with 75,000. Then we close outstanding interest of 20,250. So outstanding interest on debentures account debit. Outstanding interest on debentures account debit with 20,250. Now whatever cash they pay to the company, we will debit that, and loss also we have to debit. So capital reduction account we debit with the loss of 1 lakh. Capital reduction account debit with the loss of 1 lakh. And whatever cash they have paid to the company, that also you will debit. 54,750 balance amount you recover from them. So cash comes in, debit what comes in, cash and bank account debit with 54,750, and we have to close freehold property account to credit that to freehold property account. Okay, you'll close it with the value appearing in the books, that is 2,50,000. Okay, you'll close it with the value appearing in the books, that is 2,50,000. So this will be a jumbo combined entry. 9% debentures account we close and debit with the book value 75,000. Outstanding interest on debentures account we close and debit with 20,250. Freehold property account we close and credit with 2,50,000 value appearing in the books. Loss of 1 lakh in freehold properties value against 250. We realized only 150. We debit to capital reduction account. And against 1,50,000, debenture holders will recover 95,250 and pay to the company 54,750. That we debit to cash and bank account. Being freehold property given to debenture holders. Being freehold property given to debenture holders. Now, effect in capital reduction account is to be given. Capital reduction account debit 1 lakh, so capital reduction account debit side. And what is the reason for this loss of 1 lakh? Freehold property. So to freehold property account with its loss of rupees 1 lakh. Okay, I hope everyone is clear with this, or else ideally if you're not clear, pause the video, rewind and listen to it once again. It's an important adjustment. Okay. Now next, adjustment number 4. Plant and machinery revalued at 1,25,000. In balance sheet is 1,50,000. So 20,000 we have to write off, which we will utilize from capital reduction. So capital reduction account debit to utilize for rupees 25,000, that is fall in the value of plant and machinery, and to write off the plant and machinery to plant and machinery account with 25,000 rupees, that is written off. Being plant and machinery written off. Okay, being plant and machinery written off. Capital reduction account debit. So in capital reduction account on debit side, opposite account to plant and machinery account. Okay, to plant and machinery account 25,000. Next adjustment, adjustment number 5. Trade investments was sold for rupees 82,000. Investments in the balance sheet are 80,000, sold for 82,000. So profit of 2,000 will be credited to capital reduction. Okay, profit of 2,000 will be credited to capital reduction. Now they are sold. So cash comes in, debit what comes in, 8th entry, cash and bank account debit with 82,000. Investment goes out, credit what goes out to investment account with the book value of 80,000, and profit of 2,000 we will transfer to capital reduction account, 2,000. Being investments sold. Okay, being investments sold. Now two capital reduction accounts. So capital reduction account on credit side by investments account. Don't write by bank account. What is the reason for capital reduction? You write by investments account 2,000. Okay. Next adjustment. Goodwill, preliminary expenses, debtors. Okay, debtors to the extent of only 18,600. obsolete stock only of rupees 10,000. And profit and loss account debit balance means loss were written off. So goodwill will be written off completely, preliminary expenses will be written off completely, profit and loss account will be written off completely. Debtors 18,600 and obsolete stock 10,000. Let us pass the entry to write off. Okay, what we will do is first we will do the posting in capital reduction account, because balance amount we will transfer to capital reserve account. So to goodwill account, what amount of goodwill is to be written off? 59,000. First we do the posting in capital reduction account debit side. To goodwill account 59,000. Then after goodwill, what else is to be written off? Preliminary expenses. So see in balance sheet, preliminary expenses 8,600. To preliminary expenses account 8,600. Okay, to preliminary expenses account 8,600. Then after preliminary expenses, what is mentioned? Debtors to the extent of 18,600. So to debtors account 18,600. Okay, from debtors we have to write off 18,600. Then further in the adjustment it is given obsolete stock of rupees 10,000 is to be written off. Okay, from stock we have to write off 10,000. So to stock account 10,000. Stock of 10,000 is to be written off. Then after stock, profit and loss account debit balance entirely. So you all can see profit and loss account debit balance is 75,200. Okay, liability side it's a negative amount. So to profit and loss account 75,200. To profit and loss account 75,200. Now whatever balancing figure remains will transfer to capital reserve. So first do the total of credit side. 37,500 plus 2,80,000 plus 2,000, that is 3,19,500. Okay, 3,19,500 right on both the sides. Now from that you minus all the debit amounts. So minus 20,000, minus 1 lakh, minus 25,000, minus 59,000, minus 8,600, minus 18,600, minus 10,000, minus 75,200. What balance remains is 3,100. 3,100 of balance remaining will be transferred to capital reserve account, in bracket balancing figure. I hope everyone is clear with this. Okay, now we can pass the journal entry for that. So ninth, capital reduction account debit. Okay, to write off all the assets, capital reduction account debit. Now two, what all things did we write? To goodwill account 59,000. Okay, first we do the posting so that we get the amount of capital reserve. Then to stock account, no, preliminary expenses account 8,600. To preliminary expenses account 8,600. Then to debtors account 18,600. Okay, to debtors account 18,600. Then to stock account 10,000. To stock account 10,000. Then to profit and loss account 75,200. To profit and loss account 75,200. And to capital reserve account balancing of 3,100. To capital reserve account 3,100. Now, total amount what we will debit to capital reduction is 59,000 plus 8,600 plus 18,600 plus 10,000 plus 75,200 plus 3,100. So 1,74,500 is what we will debit to capital reduction account. Okay, 59,000 plus 8,600 plus 18,600 plus 10,000 plus 75,200 plus 3,100. Yes, 1,74,500 being various assets and losses written off. Now, last adjustment. Available bank balance is used to settle the bank overdraft account. How much is bank overdraft? First, you see that 78,000. So, if we have bank balance more than 78,000, then full bank overdraft will be settled. 78,000 we will pay. If we have less than 78,000, then whatever bank balance is available, we will use in paying this up to 78,000, whatever amount is available. First of all, in cash and bank, there is opening balance of 450 rupees. So all of you write down in cash and bank account, ledger account, you all would have already done. To balance brought down 450. Now first we will do the posting of all the entries and then we will see what balance is remaining. So first entry, no bank account. Second entry, third entry, fourth entry, fifth entry, sixth entry, we have cash and bank account debited with 54,750. So cash and bank account debit side, and who is paying it to us? Debenture holders. They sold the property and they paid us. So to debenture holders account 54,750. Okay, what we have passed is a combined entry. Posting is always done from single entries. There are several single entries for which this entry is a combined one. So you just need to remember 54,750 we got from debenture holders, so to debenture holders account. Eighth entry, investments are sold for 82,000. So cash and bank account debit side to investments account 82,000. Okay, to investments account 82,000. Then any other entry in which we have cash and bank? No. So we have sufficient amount. What is the bank overdraft? Only 78,000, and we have far more than 78,000 rupees. So entire 78,000 of bank overdraft can be easily paid. Okay, if we had less money, we would have paid less amount. But as it's clearly visible, 82,000 again single amount only. So entire 78,000 of bank overdraft can be paid. Cash balance remaining would be after this 50, 130, 134, 136, 137,200. Okay, 1,37,200 minus 78,000 what we will pay. So 1,37,200 minus 78,000 what we will pay. 59,200 will remain. By balance carried down. Okay. It is not asked in the question to make this ledger account, but we are just cross verifying by making it that we have sufficient cash to pay bank overdraft of 78,000 or not. So last entry would be bank overdraft is the receiver, or bank is the receiver, debit the receiver. Bank overdraft account debit with 78,000. Cash goes out, credit what goes out to cash and bank account 78,000. Okay, settlement of bank overdraft is done. Being bank overdraft settled. being bank overdraft settled. Now the formality, total of journal is required for the formality at the end. You can do it on your own also. So 1,50,000 plus 3,50,000 plus 1,12,500 plus 20,000 plus 20,000 plus 2,50,000 plus 25,000 plus 82,000 plus 174,500 plus 78,000. So the total of journal comes to 12,62,000. Okay, 12,62,000. So all the entries are done, and though ledger accounts were not asked, but we still made capital reduction account and bank overdraft account, sorry, cash or bank account to find the amount payable. Okay, so the chapter is over with this. All of you revise and practice all the questions thoroughly well again. It is a very scoring chapter from exam point of view. Full 15 marks must be in your pocket. That will be all for this lecture. Bye everyone. Take care.